Well, hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. My name is Mitchell Osborn. You can find me at mitchellosborn.com. I'm a psychic medium, pet psychic, tarot card reader. But this is your Mercury Retrograde spread and it's actually called just Mercury Retrograde spread for April the 21st through May 14th in the year 2023. I've got 6 cards to pull. And as you think about Mercury Retrograde, don't be afraid. This spread is from Samantha at Escaping Stars. You can get your own spread if you want from me. You can find that in the notes below, or just utilize this collective. And remember, probably the shadow, some people say as much as 7-10 days before and 7 to 10 days after the actual dates of April 21st and May 14th. But during that time, it's when electronics can be a little weird. It's where communication can be off because Mercury is the god of electronics and communication. But it's a great time to do this, to renew, review, revive, reclaim, release, recharge, restore, rekindle, replenish, revitalize, reinvent, reflect, revamp, redo, remove, renegotiate, or reconnect. Those are all the re's that are great times to do during Mercury Retrograde. So let me shuffle the card and pull those 6 cards for you. And I'd love to hear how Mercury is treating you. As we go through this together, we usually go through it 3 times a year. You can always figure out when that is happening. And other planets go through retrograde as well. Mercury just seems to get a lot of talk, probably because of who it is, and it happens more often, I guess. So my astrology and stuff is not, I'm kind of a 101er. So, all right, so last shuffle and cut. So what will this retrograde bring into our lives as a collective watching this video? Bright, brilliant, beautiful, positive stuff. The Sun card. Like, this is just a good card. And this can be about new starts and new beginnings as well. Oftentimes it's during the retrograde phase where you're doing the planning and then you kind of hit the button or send it out after it's over with, or you do it very consciously during that time. It's not that you can't, just be very conscious, cross your T's, dot your I's. What aspect of your life or our life will be most affected during this retrograde? Starts and beginnings. So this, it's funny because it's like bright, brilliant, beautiful, positive, what's going to bring into our life, but what's going to be affected are those starts, are those beginnings, are those pure potential energies with the Fool card. Because the Sun often has that starts and beginnings. Typical Sun card is a baby on a horse, and they'll think of new births, new beginnings, and new starts. In this deck, it's just the solar system floating around there. All right, card number 3. What can we, how can we minimize the damage and negative results during this retrograde? Wow! Bring things to a close, bring things to an ending, let them naturally close. Finish off the chapters, off the books. Make sure it's complete before maybe you start it. And that could be why it's going to bring about a bunch of beautiful stuff, because we are going to finish things off in the middle of that retrograde period and then send that child off to college once it's done. Card number 4, what lesson needs to be learned during this period? So what lesson needs to be learned? How to make decisions, how to find balance, moderation, that Libra energy. Sometimes Libras can be very indecisive, but this is like, just use your intellect and make that decision and get it done. Card number 5, what part of your past do you need to reflect on in order to heal and aid in your journey? Being freed from what's been holding you back. So just reflecting on your past and seeing where you're stuck, where you're trapped. These are the people still trapped in the grave. The trumpet is blown and they are released, and they are no longer having to suffer in that purgatory-ish kind of a place. They are freed from what's been holding them back. This is going to be a really powerful retrograde. This judgment, being freed, this endings and completions and beginnings and making decisions. All these cards are really powerful. And 1, 2, 3 out of the 5 so far are major arcana. Final card. What will the outcome of this period be? Is it going to be generally positive learning experience or full of misunderstanding and damage? I'm going to say it's going to be pretty positive. The Queen of Wands is pretty positive, pretty active. It's Aries energy. We will be ending Aries. I think it actually ends right at the time, like a couple days before. So the 19th of April ends Aries. So it's like, take that Aries energy into it and utilize it for that command. I'm looking at that assertive, active kind of energy that Aries has, and it's transformative as well. So there's a lot of fire here too. The Sun is fire, Aries is fire, then the rest are major arcana. I think, let's see, Judgment is Pluto, Scorpio, so that's some water. The World is Saturn, and that's earthy Capricorn energy as well. The Fool, I think, is Uranus. Yeah, and that's Aquarius, water bear, but it's still some air. So yeah, all right. So putting all the cards back together, closing the reading down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to get your own spread to work yourself through this Mercury retrograde time, you can purchase that. I'll get it delivered to you, hopefully before retrograde actually starts. Namaste. Have a good one. Bye-bye.